you can make a pretty robust case that cohabitation before marriage not only delays marriage, but then also increases divorce rates. That's a pretty established fact. Now, that trend may change over time as more people do that, but that one is a little bit easier to make the case for. And I want to go into why that might be. And you mentioned it briefly about this mindset of like, if you're, so let's say that you decide to live with someone, right? But you don't want to get married. Well, what's interesting about this is there's a certain, and Peterson talks about this, there's a certain amount of pragmatic wisdom attached to this idea of living together before marriages. You know, you kind of think like, maybe I want to give this a test run.
Test drive.
Test drive. You know, like, you buy a car. You know, you give it a test drive. You want to make sure it's a good car, you know? The reality is that a woman isn't a car. And there's a great clip of Peterson talking about this, and it is just hilarious. But one of the things that he points out is that, well, what are you doing when you're saying that you just want to live with someone and that you don't want to marry them? Well, you're getting all the benefits of a sexual, intimate relationship, but none of the commitment. Well, isn't that convenient? So basically, you have to take on no more voluntary responsibility than you have to, but you get the benefits of the emotional connection, the relationship. You don't have kids in the picture, probably. So you get all these other benefits, but you don't take on the true responsibility and, in some sense, burden of saying, I'm not leaving you. So then what are you saying to that other person in that environment? What's going on there psychologically? What's going on there in a real way? And what's going on there is you're basically saying, like you said, well, you'll do for right now, but if something better comes along, I'm not going to complain. And I don't know how you could possibly establish a long-term successful relationship off that premise. So that's a big reason why this relationship between cohabitation and divorce rates, I think, is relatively robust. And again, it's weird because it goes against this, what seems to be, a pragmatic wisdom about trying things out. And yet the data just doesn't support that. But our generation, by and large, is moving towards that model. True. And what is that going to do?